What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. So today we're going to be looking at the top swing picks that I have going into next week, both for long and short. And I'm going to show you guys my process of scanning, picking up stocks, and just general swing trade approach that I do. So if you're ready, let's step into the war zone. So first and foremost, let me retweet this and make sure we get enough people here. Live now, come for hot picks. See if we can get some more people out here. But yeah, guys, thanks for being here. Shout out to the Trading Wars Army members. Adriana, what's going on? Double D, what's going on? Welcome. All right. So generally, guys, what we do every week, right, is we scan, we find a pattern, and we execute. So that's the easiest way to boil this thing down. Scan, pattern, execute. What's going on, Otis? Shout out to my brother here. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm looking to find patterns and essentially use them because I know they have a high probability, right? So what I did here, guys, is I have all of the stocks that I've used on my scanners to find the actual setups that I want, right? So they're all here. But before we go into that, let me show you guys a few things to do. Okay, let me show you guys a few things to do. So the first thing you can do here, guys, is you can go here to finviz.com. Okay, and what you could do right here is you can click on this heat map. This is a good way to get a list of stocks by sector. So you can see, which are the biggest players per sector, and you can create a watch list with this. So this is one of the ways that I used to look for stocks back in the day, and it's still very valid, but it's a lot easier to do this with scanners, right? You just put in your conditions and you scan, you pull it up. So it's a lot easier, but this is still great for anybody that doesn't want to use scanners, okay? And they're trying to make me do a quiz. I ain't doing no quiz. All right. So what I have here, guys, what the patterns that I generally look for, I'm going to write them down here for you so you can write them down too. So we'd like to look for inside bars, outside bars, Nirvana, Holy Grail, and doubles. So those are the 5 Trading Wars patterns that I focus on. So essentially what I'm doing is for my swing trades, I'm looking on the weekly and the monthly for these patterns. I'm also looking on the 2-week, 3-week as well. Those are some of the special time frames that I look at as well. But right now, there hasn't been any closes for the 2-week or 3-week because those aren't going to close until later on in the month. So essentially here, what I did, guys, is I ran a scan for inside and outside bars, and this is the list that I have. So these are the picks that I'm looking into for next week for some great opportunities. And why don't we start off right off the bat with Nike? So Nike right here, guys, we had a beautiful inside bar close right up against this like double top area. So, some other people might call this, a flag. For me, what it means is that there is a lot of consolidation, a lot of trap traders, right? And Nike is looking for either a push down or a push to break up, right? And that's why we have this tight inside bar, because the buyers and the sellers are not sure which direction they want to go. So in terms of execution, I already have a few trade plans that I'm going to look at Nike. But what we can do here is we can take the break of the bar, we can drill down on the daily chart and look for drill down entries like I talk about in my books. So Nike, really, really hot one. Let me know. Let me ask you guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think about Nike? Give me on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 being bad pattern, 10 being a great pattern. What do you guys think? I just want to ask you guys. Let's make this interactive. And we're going to go through the other ones. But I really like Nike here, especially with the market bullish and SPY trying to break all-time highs, right? So eventually this thing's got to go, right? Eventually this one's got to go. Let's go to the next one, DraftKings. So DraftKings is a very interesting spot right now because DraftKings has gotten beaten up a lot. Let me get rid of all my fibs here so that we can chart this one together. Check this out. So DraftKings, if we take a Fibonacci really from back in the day where we originally had this big push on DraftKings and we pull it here, we could see a lot of information. So let me pull this back here to see some information here. So DraftKings has taken a significant drop, right? From the high to the low, we're looking at about 64%, right? So that is a pretty significant drop from highs. So there's a few things that are going on here with DraftKings. The first thing is that we had several weeks of red, and now we're pausing with an inside bar. So this inside bar is a great opportunity to get into this to a position, because if it does break to the downside, we probably might come back and tag the 786 fib. If we start going back up, there's a lot of room to at least come back into these previous resistances here. So these supports now can become resistance. So something like this is possible. Something just like this is possible. So we'll see, but 64% drop. Option contracts are there. Worth a shot, especially if you want to hold this one long term. Like if you want to hold DraftKings longer term, if you believe in the company, etc. I mean, 65% from highs, that's a good discount, right? So also a potential investment opportunity. So why don't you guys hit me with a 1 to 10? What do you guys think about DraftKings? 1 to 10. For me, Nike is pretty strong. I like that. That'll be like, an 8 or so. DraftKings, just because we've had a lot of volatility, it can move. So, another 7 or 8. I'm sure it's going to have an attempt, because this name always has a lot of eyes on it. All right, let's move on. Netflix. So Netflix, another inside bar close. There's been some really nice ones this week, guys. So I'm ready to trade all of them. I have the orders ready to go, but let me just clean up my charts because I have a lot of drawings that I use. But let's just look at this one in detail here, okay? So if we look at Netflix made new all-time highs, right? And then we came back. So we had the trading wars Nirvana, right? This was the Nirvana pattern, and that Nirvana pattern took us into new all-time highs. So that Nirvana pattern was good money. We also had this. This was the original pattern that I traded in Netflix back in the day. So this was the original one where I made like $20,000 or something when we took this one right here on Netflix. That was the original pattern. It was a beauty. So right now, what do we have on Netflix is we have this inside bar, right? We have a nice inside bar. We also see that we've had this big area of congestion, right? And this is where I got into the breakout before it happened. But let's go ahead and draw this rectangle here so we can see it. So we have all of this area of previous rejections. So now you could see right here, guys, check this out. So the high of this candle is 593.29. The low of this candle is 594. So you can see this resistance is trying to act as a support. See that? So let me also stack a Fibonacci. Let's take the Fibonacci from where I got in. Let's pull it up here. So you could also see this is a very powerful setup now, guys. So we're sitting on the 50% retracement with this previous cluster here, showing a lot of potential right now to the upside or the downside. Either one is fine because the inside bar is a pause. So what we have to do is we can take the break of the bar, or we can drill down like I do on the daily and look for a very powerful entry, right? We can look for a very powerful entry. So I think Netflix is probably a 9. Netflix is probably a 9. I really like that one there. Everything's kind of lining up, but here's the one thing right now that we all have to worry about is the holiday volume, right? So if the volume starts to die up next week, right, then we're going to have just a lot of sideways action. So hopefully next week we have enough volume and trading action to really push this. So what do you guys think from a 1 to 10? What do you think Netflix is? What do you think it is? I like this one, Netflix. I mean, how can I not like Netflix? I mean, I made 20,000 on it the other day. Like I got to take the setups, right? Even if I lose on it, it's okay because you just got to get one play, right? When you get one play, it'll make up for it, right? So you just have to be ready, always be ready, always. All right, let's move on. DDOG. So DDOG, guys, very similar to Netflix in a way. We've had, breakout to all-time highs, and now we're coming back and we are testing this mid Bollinger Band, which is a 20 EMA, right? So, every time we make new highs, like eventually we're going to have some cool off. So here's your cool off. Beautiful inside bar right here waiting to explode. You can see the wicks are on both sides. Very big wicks here. So it looks like we definitely trapped a lot of bears and bulls. So this one looks like it's ready to rock and roll. So again, we can drill down. We can take the break. Very, very simple. But yeah, I like this one a lot. I think this one has potential to go into new all-time highs, especially if SPY does. If SPY starts to break into new all-time highs, I would not put DDOG behind it. I think DDOG could actually do that as well. And I see some members saying here, DDOG also has a holy grail on the daily. Yes, it does. So there we go. We have a lot of confluence here with DDOG, a lot of consolidation, looking to make some moves. So let's look at this post from our brother here, Otis. Netflix, when it hit that support on the 2-hour chart, had a holy grail into a second IB, then triggered to the upside. So let's take a look at this one for our brother here. Yep. So we had that holy grail and another inside bar and then a little push up here. Yep. So, a lot of consolidation on the lower time frames for sure. Definitely. All right. So what do you guys think about DDOG from a 1 to 10? Let me know. What do you guys think? And then let's move on to Kraft Heinz. So you guys know I've been shorting Kraft Heinz for a very long time. Initially caught the short right here with this Ragnarok inside, outside, inside. So we took a short back here in May and made a lot on that one. Also took a short up here, which also made a lot as well. So really, I just like trading Kraft Heinz because it seems to give me good moves. So I will be looking to play this one into next week. Just a personal preference, nothing really too special. I just like playing the inside bars on Kraft because I made money doing it. Anytime I make money with a stock, I always try to come back. I always try to come back and play it again because, it seems to be working with my style, right? So I'm a loyal person like that. So what do you guys think about Kraft Heinz? 1 to 10. Let's go. Adobe, another beautiful setup here, guys. Very, very powerful. Inside power right here on the weekly. Again, looking to make new all-time highs if the market can continue. Adobe is a top candidate for that as well. Really, really nice. I believe we're also sitting on a Fibonacci, if I eyeball that correctly. Yes, we are. So we just tagged that 618, guys. Look at the beauty on that, right? I just want to spend some time. Let's talk about the fibs here. If you have your Fibonacci drawn up, right? This is the weekly chart, so you have a lot of time. So you can easily, now check this out, right? You guys ready for this? Okay, I'm going to go into a little bit of more of a technical day trading, advanced type of style here, right? So hit me with the 1 if you're ready for that. I'm going to show you guys something, okay? I'm going to show you guys something. Hit me with the 1. Let's run it. All right. So we hit the bar replay here. So we can zoom in on this. So, let's say you're trading fibs on the higher time frame. Obviously, you're going to need to have your 618, right? You have your line. The 618, we talked about this extensively the other day. It's one of the golden ratios, right? It's very important. It's a very important level for stocks. Very important, guys. And if you don't believe me, just pull up a chart and just draw these fibs. Look, I can draw another one right here. There's always some fib action. Check this out. See, that's the 50. There's always something, guys. You gotta trust me. Go out there, do some back testing. So now let's say you want to come in, you want to kill this, right? Okay. So the first thing we have, guys, is you can go to a lower time frame. So you're here on the hourly, you see this outside bar, you take a shot here, guys. You have nothing to lose. You're hugging the 618, you got a double IB that didn't break to the upside. It broke to the downside, but right after that, you got an outside bar. So that's a trap. So you can go ahead and take that outside bar. Let's see what else we have here coming. So boom, okay. there, another one, right? So even if you take this one, okay, you can take this one after. You just taking, because look, you're just risking a small amount right here. You're risking a small amount to make a large amount. So you just take your chances, right? And then even here, guys, look, another inside bar. So if you miss the outside, here's a nice inside bar entry. Let me fast forward. Okay, and then we have the gap going into the other day. So that's how you drill down. So you say, okay, I have 618 support here. Let me go down to the hourly, see what I can see. We see that we had this nice outside bars. We had an inside bar too. A lot of setups to take here, guys. Even if you want to take it as a lotto, right? You want to take it as a lotto. You say, okay, I'm just going to come in here on the 618 and I'm going to go max risk on my Friday expiry. And I'm just going to go for it, right? You could do that too, because you can only lose your premium if you're playing the naked options. You see what I'm saying? And check this out. Right on the 618, look what we have on the daily. We have an inside bar. So if you want to front run, if you want to be aggressive, you can say, all right, I'm waiting for the 618. 618 comes in. We have an inside bar. Okay, that's enough for me. I'm going to buy at the close. I'm going to buy at the close, and I'm just going to hold this. And I know what my risk is, because let's say I buy calls and I buy Friday expiry. All right, worst case, it goes the other way. I lose. But hey, best case, this is the low, right? You guys following me there? I never trade the 10-minute, brother. Never. Hit me with a 1 if you guys are following me there. So that's why I wrote this book right here, guys. Drill down. That's why I wrote it, guys. That's exactly what it is, because we want low risk, high reward opportunities. Always. You can also layer this option. So you could say, all right, I'm going to get some for next Friday, the Friday after that, and the Friday after that, and spread it out. So that way you're like, okay, well, the plan is we tag the 618 and then maybe we come a little bit higher and then we break all-time highs. Then that way you have enough time for it to get back to all-time highs. So you can layer in the options. You say, okay, this week, next week, and the week after that. All right. So let's go on to the next one, AMC. So AMC, I like it for a nice little inside bar here, guys. Nothing too crazy. I mean, this name can fly. We all know that, right? So anytime we have an inside bar, like the last time I called out AMC, we had this inside bar right here, right? We had that one, and then we had a big breakdown. So that's what we look for. What was that drop? 35% drop. So not bad. Okay. So same thing, guys. That's what we're looking for. We're not trying to complicate things. Back in the day, I called out AMC. No, it wasn't AMC. It was what was it? EB Games. I'll show you guys. Was it? Wait, am I getting confused? GameStop. Sorry, what the hell? Got confused. I'll show you. I'll show you how I do it. So the GameStop run started off here for me. This inside bar right here, guys. That one. Right? That's the same pattern that we're looking for on the weekly. It's just on a different time frame. Getting in right around at $40, right? I wonder if I could find that on my Twitter feed. Let's see if I can quickly. But that's what we look for. We look for those patterns, and we're just trying to look for opportunities to get in with a potential for a big pop. Let me see. I don't know if I can find it, guys, because that was back in January. Probably can't. But it was a good time. Oh, here we go. Found it. See if I can post it on the chart. Oh, it was actually even better. There it was. So this is when I called out GameStop. It was on the 12th of January, guys. Check that out. That was around $20. That's pretty epic, eh? That's actually pretty epic. Damn, that's pretty epic. See, that's what we look for, man. Opportunities. We're just trying to get opportunities every day we come to the market, guys. We want opportunities to make gains, right? So there we go, guys. Let's go back to the weekly. BABA. I see somebody asking about strikes and all that. I'll talk about that in a second. So here we go, BABA. Right? BABA has gotten beat up really bad, right? It's been beaten up really bad. But we have a nice inside bar setup here. The last setup we had was a Nirvana. The Nirvana took us down. It was a beautiful play. I love when we get good Nirvana follow-throughs. This inside bar here, guys, like at some point, it's either gonna flush pretty big. Like, I mean, this is pretty insane, right? To see where BABA is. Or we can start to have a relief bounce, because how much percentage are we off from highs? Let's see. From the previous all-time high, guys, this has been a dumpster. Look, 66%, 65.76%, guys. So, you know, at some point, there could be people stepping in to buy the dip, etc. Right? So that's why the inside bar gives us a nice pattern to trade. All right. So let me know 1 to 10. What do you guys think about BABA? I don't really play it as much as I used to because of all of the volatility in there. But, you know, a good opportunity is a good opportunity. You just got to be ready. Make sure you drill down. Make sure you manage your risk. That's the most important thing. So JD is another one here. I like JD. Could zoom out a little bit here. Right? Very bullish stock. We had, you know, a good period of consolidation. We had a breakout and now a retest, right? If I draw a fib from the last swing low right here to the high, we could see this one pulled back to the 786 a little bit deeper. Nice 786 pop. So, you know, inside bar, looking to play that, break, drill down, ready to rock and roll. Okay. So what do you guys think? 1 to 10 on JD. I haven't really played JD.com a lot. I haven't. But I have it on my watch list. I'm looking at it. I kind of like the pattern too. So looks pretty good. So Activision Blizzard, guys. So another stock that's gotten beat up a lot. Okay, if I can go here and pull this down. 45%. What I like about this now, little tight inside bar here after a lot of selling. So it's either we're going to get another breakdown for another leg down, or we can start pulling back up here. So let's see. I like it too. You know, Activision Blizzard has been on a run for a long time if we zoom out, right? So in the bigger picture, you know, that's not really too bad of a pullback in the bigger picture, right? For investors and all that. Some investors will be happy to just come in here and take these. Do you look at volume? Yes. All of these stocks that I pull up have already gone through my volume parameters. I have volume parameters in the scanners that I use. So they all meet my criteria for different volume parameters that I have built in. Next, EA. So EA, nice tight inside bar here. EA has been in this box, right? So, you know, we've been bouncing from the top of the box to the bottom, top to the bottom, top to the bottom, top to the bottom. Eventually, it's going to break. So this inside bar can be a nice front run, especially if it breaks to the downside. And then we take this one and we take this one out. That could be very, very powerful to the downside. Or we pop back in here and we can come and retest some of these, this middle of this box here. But still a good opportunity because you have a nice, small, tight inside bar there. So let me with a 1 to 10 for EA. Let's move on. ROKU, I like this one because of a powerful outside bar. You could see there was a lot of selling that came into the close on ROKU here. Lots of selling into the close, right? So with that selling into the close, there are trap bulls, a lot of trap bulls, okay? So with a lot of trap bulls here, especially if we start coming back and taking down these swing lows here, we could have a big, big rug pull. Or if we start to consolidate and then we break this wick to the upside, we can get a bear trap. So I like it both ways. The outside bars are a little bit bigger. I have different strategies that I use for outside bars than inside bars. Because the outside bar is bigger, right? So you have to look at it in a different way. So 1 to 10 on Roku. What do you guys think? Comcast, same thing, powerful outside bar, and the last one, Snap, powerful outside bar as well. So very good picks here, guys. We have a lot of them. We have enough to keep us into the end of the year for sure. And these, I like them. I like them. You know, really like them here. I wanted to share them with you guys so you guys can play them however you see fit. For me, guys, if you're interested, I already have my trading log ready. So DraftKings, Nike, Netflix, DDOG, Kraft Heinz. These are the 5 I'm gonna play in the room with my members. I have the options here as well, the ones we're gonna be playing. You can see last week we did pretty good on the options. AMD, the short, we took the 140 puts, 596 to 820. We had a big one on Marvel for the long, 171 to 460, and Texan, you know, nothing too much, 242 to 295, nothing too much. BMY, we hit partials on the shares, and we had a loser on the options. So not, you know, nothing like insane, but still good gains. I'll take these gains any day. So I have mine ready to roll. If you guys are interested, right? Oops. There we go. If you have, I've been working on the website. But if you guys are interested in the stock room is at the bottom, right? Here's all of my results from. It's the same process that I'm showing you guys right now. This is what I've been doing. I've been posting my results since the beginning of the year, since I started the stock room. If you guys are interested, just hit subscribe and you'll get access to everything. We have a Discord with alerts and everything like that if you guys are interested. Otherwise, take these plays here, guys, and just, you know, drill down and look for setups and you'll be good to go. Yeah, so any Trading Wars Army members, so the people with the green in their name, like Double D, go ahead and ask me for chart requests. I'll take a few of them and we'll wrap up the video. But before we get there, let me just remind you guys. So we had over 100 people sign up for the SPY options mastery priority list. Sorry. So I put this on the website, guys, the SPY options master book. So you guys have been asking for it, and I'm going to start writing it. So, but I want to see what how much people are interested. So we got over 100 people in one day. Pretty good, I will say. So please go ahead. If you're interested in signing up for the book priority list, you're going to get 10% off when I release it, and I'll send it to you guys before anybody else. All right. So just to see, what the support is, just put in your email address and name, guys, if you're interested for that. Okay. And don't forget, tomorrow we're doing the SPY trading part 3 of how to trade SPY for a living series. Okay, so let me go ahead and find that in here. Actually, I'll ask my brother, can you link that SPY options? Not the options, sorry. SPY how to trade for a living part 3. Let me see if I can find it. My brother, let me see if I can find it right here. 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna show you guys upcoming live streams right here, guys. Okay, so here it is. So trading SPY for a living part 3. This one is going to be about everything you guys have been asking me about trading psychology and position sizing. So go ahead, make sure you have notifications turned on. This has been probably the best series of the year. Got a lot of support for these. Make sure you watch part 1 and part 2 as well. Okay, make sure so that you're ready to go and you have the information. All right, what are we doing here? All right, so Trading Wars members, here we go. May I ask selfish chart request? Not at all, brother. You can ask me anything. Was watching fib levels on GFS daily. I wanted to know what the fib master opinion is. Thank you, brother. Let's go here. DFS. I don't really trade these names, like these ones that are not the most popular, but what we could do here is we could take a Fibonacci from this swing low right here, bring it up to this high, right? Let me just fix this a little bit here. Boom, right? So nice little 618 pop. You can see that the bulls front run it a little bit, so they had an entry a little bit above it, and they do that a lot because they want to make sure they get filled. So sometimes they put the entry a little bit above, but nice little 618 pop. So what we need to see here, if this is going to make a new high, it has to start turning the corner next week, start breaking these previous candles, and then we can have an attempt. If we do take out the low of the 618, I wouldn't be surprised to come tag the 786. All right, so that's my thoughts there, brother. Do alerts give exits too? Yes, yes, we have all the targets here, right? And then we give alerts when we hit the targets. Okay. Also, guys, let me just go back. If you guys need scanners, like if you want scanners or anything like that, I have lifetime scanners in my room. So if you join any one of my rooms, it could be SPY, it could be stock. If you buy any one of my books, you're going to get the lifetime scanner. So you have it forever, guys. I'm not charging no fees or anything to use the scanner. Once you have it, you can scan every week and look for what you need. Any other chart requests from Army members or questions? I think this was a pretty decent stream, guys. I try to go a little bit slower and try to explain a lot more. And I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It's been it's good, man. I just wish that sometimes we could get more viewers, but it is what it is, man. At this point, it is what it is. The people that want to learn, they'll be here, and the people that want to follow people that drive Lamborghinis, they will follow them. But maybe I should just buy a Lamborghini at this point. I will consider it an investment. I gotta see if I can write that off for tax purposes. You know what I'm saying, guys? Boom. All right, man. That's it, friends. Appreciate you guys as always. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead tomorrow. Make sure you're on the SPY seminar. Okay, guys, that's completely free. And it's been a good run, man. It's been a great run. SPY trading this week has been insane, especially yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up the charts for SPY and have them ready to go for you guys for the education tomorrow, okay? Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you here tomorrow. And do me one favor. Like, subscribe, as always. And I want you to comment below. Let's just do a little, a little fun competition. Comment below, guys, which one of these picks you think is going to have the best move. Okay, so like, which one do you think is going to have a big move next week? And let's see who gets it right. I'm interested to see. If you guys, so one of you guys are the prodigy out there. Let's see if one of you guys are the prodigy and one of you guys have telepathy or something. All right. So go ahead and comment below once I end the broadcast, which one of these picks you think is going to have the biggest move in the upcoming weeks. It doesn't have to be next week, but we're going to keep an eye on all of them and we'll see where they go. All right. So not here, guys. Don't comment here. Comment when I end the broadcast, so that way it can go into the comments on YouTube. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, guys. See you tomorrow.